Moderna and Merck just delivered one of the biggest results in the history of cancer research, and Wall Street reacted like it too. Moderna shares rocketed as much as 90% in pre-market trading, one of the largest single-day stock moves any major drug maker has ever seen, after Moderna and Merck announced their personalized mRNA cancer vaccine actually worked in a real, definitive Phase 3 trial. The vaccine is called intismeran autogene, and it is not like any vaccine most people have ever gotten. Instead of one shot made the same way for everyone, Moderna builds intismeran autogene individually for each patient, custom made from scratch. Doctors take a sample of a patient's own tumor, sequence it to find the exact mutations unique to that person's cancer, and Moderna's mRNA platform, the same technology behind its COVID vaccine, uses that genetic blueprint to build an mRNA vaccine trained to recognize those exact mutations as a threat. Paired with Merck's blockbuster immunotherapy Keytruda, which helps unleash the immune system's T-cells, the idea is that intismeran autogene teaches the body to hunt down and destroy cancer cells that carry a patient-specific mutations, cell by cell, anywhere they're hiding. The trial that just delivered these results is called INTerpath-001, and it's a huge deal specifically because it's the first ever randomized Phase 3 trial designed to definitively prove that this entire class of personalized mRNA vaccines, known as neoantigen vaccines, actually works. Moderna and Merck enrolled 1,137 patients who'd already had surgery to remove their melanoma, specifically stage 2B through stage 4 cutaneous melanoma, the kind of cancer that comes back dangerously often even after the visible tumor is gone. Half the patients got Merck's Keytruda alone, the current standard of care. The other half got Moderna's intismeran autogene added on top of that same Keytruda regimen. The results, adding Moderna's mRNA vaccine to Merck's Keytruda, hit both of the trial's major goals. It significantly reduced how often melanoma came back at all, which was the trial's primary endpoint, called recurrence-free survival, and it also significantly reduced how often the melanoma spread to distant parts of the body, a secondary endpoint called distant metastasis-free survival. Moderna and Merck say no new safety concerns showed up in the trial. The companies haven't released the exact percentage improvements yet. Those detailed numbers are being saved for an upcoming international medical meeting, but hitting both endpoints in a trial built specifically to settle the question once and for all is exactly why the stock reaction was so explosive. This moment has been building for years. Back in earlier Phase 2 testing, Moderna and Merck's mRNA vaccine plus Keytruda combination showed roughly a 49% reduction in the risk of melanoma recurrence or death compared with Keytruda alone. That early signal is what convinced Moderna and Merck to commit to this massive, definitive Phase 3 trial in the first place, and today's results confirm that early promise wasn't a fluke. Moderna's chief executive, Stefan Bancel, did not undersell the moment. Bancel called it a pivotal moment for the field of cancer research, saying that for many years, the idea of creating an mRNA treatment designed specifically for an individual patient's cancer was aspirational, and that Moderna and Merck are now helping turn that vision into reality. In a separate interview, Bancel called it simply a big moment for medicine and a big moment for patients. For Moderna specifically, this couldn't come at a more important time. The company's stock has been battered for years as COVID vaccine demand collapsed, and this melanoma win with Merck is being treated as proof that Moderna's mRNA technology has a real, durable life beyond vaccines for infectious disease. If Moderna and Merck can turn these Phase 3 results into an actual FDA approval, intismeran autogene would become the first personalized mRNA cancer vaccine ever cleared for patients. And both companies are already looking hard at whether this same neoantigen approach, built individually from each patient's own tumor, can be pushed into cancers well beyond melanoma. That is the story of Moderna and Merck's mRNA cancer vaccine plus Keytruda succeeds in Phase 3 in TURPATH-001 melanoma trial. Add your perspective in the comments, share this story with a colleague, and subscribe for the next Conference Hype narrative.